The moment that many book lovers have been waiting for came in April this year when Netflix released the Shadow and Bone series that was based on 2 series of books. This show has an incredible ensemble cast that is all incredible actors, and the characters in this show are so diverse and layered that they all keep us intrigued and we can't wait to see what happens to them in season 2. So, who is your favorite? There are so many characters in this show, so we'll be focusing only on main or reoccurring characters. This is Shadow and Bone's most loved and hated characters ranked. Warning, spoilers ahead. Please remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to our channel, and when you turn on the notifications, then you will never miss a thing. Number 18 on the list is Ivan. Now I must admit I really don't have any characters that I truly hate, at least not yet, but there are characters that I like more than others or that really intrigue me. Ivan is one of these characters. He is so super grumpy that I never really warmed up to him at all, and he wasn't super interesting either. So for those reasons, I think Ivan is definitely my least favorite character in season 1. Number 17 is Zoya. I know there are reasons that she acted the way she did, but especially right at the start, she was really the typical mean girl. She did improve as time went on, and I do think that she started to redeem herself a little bit, so hopefully she will become more likable as the show progresses. I do think she has a lot more layers than what we have seen so far, so it will be interesting to see her grow. 16th on this list is Vidyor. He does have his moments, but overall I'm still a little bit undecided if I like him or not, so he might go up higher on the list during the next season. It will be interesting to see where his loyalties will be in the future and see if the choices he makes will turn him into a villain. For now, most of the things he did were driven by his love of his people and him trying to protect them. Number 15 is Baghra. This is another character that we need more time to get to know, but she has a lot of potential. She's very hard on Alina, but at the same time, you get the feeling she is doing it for Alina's own good. She could become a really great mentor and someone that plays a big part in the show moving forward. Number 14 is the Apparat. Okay, I actually really like him. He is a pretty weird and kind of fun character, but for some reason, I'm just not entirely convinced of his intentions yet. Does he really want what is best for Alina, or does he have some sort of ulterior motive? Time will have to tell. 13th on this list is Nadia. The next 2 spots on this list were pretty equal, but because Nadia and Marie felt very much like a package deal in the show, so it was pretty difficult to choose between the 2. They were funny and really great characters that welcomed Alina right from the start. They were just fun to watch, but at the same time, they didn't have a lot of depth, so that is why they aren't higher on the list. But I did like them. Number 12 is Marie. Like I said, choosing between Nadia and Marie is a very difficult one for me. The only reason that Marie is just a little bit higher on the list of loved characters came down to their fate. I am still a little heartbroken about what happened to Marie, so at this stage, she does feel a little bit more loved. David comes in at number 11. He is a pretty cool character with some really awesome abilities. I do hope we get to see a lot more of him in the future. He is also a character that was super awkward, but it was enjoyable to watch him. Between all the serious moments in the show, he was a bit of a relief. Number 10 is Matthias. He is a pretty good guy overall, despite his background. He keeps his sense of morality and still shows Nia kindness, but he only came into the show a bit later on, so we really don't know him all that well yet. Still, what we do know is all good things. He is pretty charming, and it feels like he really is a knight in shining armor type of guy. So for now, I do like him, but because he is still a pretty simple character without much depth, I don't think he deserves a place further up on the list. Not just yet. Number 9 is Kaz. With so many episodes in a show, it was really difficult to understand them all very well in just 8 episodes. So Kaz right now seems like a typical brooding bad boy type, but anyone who reads the books knows just how much potential this character has. He might be this high on the list a little bit because of what we know of him from the books, but he still has so much to show. For now, he is a pretty mysterious character, and who doesn't love a bit of mystery? There are just so many places that they can take him, and I really can't wait to see where they go. He is super ambitious, and this could be a very strong point, but it could lead him down a very dark path. Genya comes in at number 8. In an ensemble with so many awesome characters, you could end up having a lot of characters that you love. And for me, Genya is one of these characters that I really love. She has an incredible power being able to change people's appearances. She makes so many sacrifices by going undercover, so it just shows her self-sacrificing attitude. I like the moments of true friendship between her and Alina, and I think she is on her way to become a really strong and really incredible character. At number 12, we have Inej. She is just a complete badass. How can you not love her? She is such a skilled warrior, but at the same time, she has a very strong moral compass. Because of her backstory, she really does not want to kill and tries to avoid it at all costs. So her skill and faith really compete with each other. It really makes Inej ever more compelling. Milo the Goat is in number 6. To be honest, if I completely followed my heart, I would have had Milo at number 1, but I guess human characters need to be placed a little bit higher. But I couldn't make a list about Shadow and Bone most loved characters without including Milo on it. He is a really great goat. Not only was he a great support to Jesper, but there were even times that he came to the rescue. I really hope they find a way to include him in season 2. Number 5 is Alina. I know Alina is the main character, so she should probably be at number 1, but there are just other characters that I like more than her. She doesn't have as much dimension as some of the others have, and while I do think she is still growing into the hero she will become, she isn't quite there yet. Right now, a lot of her decisions are based on who she has a crush on, so hopefully she will learn to become an independent, strong woman soon. Mal is number 4. He is a really lovable and strong guy who loves animals. Growing up with Alina has ensured that they built a strong bond, and added to that, he is way more likable than Mal from the books, so I do actually like the relationship, and I expected not to. He seems to be pretty dependable and caring, and that is always a great treat in a strong male character. Nina is number 3. She is such a fun and really lovable character. Her abilities make a great spy-type character, but she doesn't feel one-dimensional. There were times that almost felt like they were trying to make us like her, but she's a great character, so it does work. Even when she's captured, she holds her own, and she feels like a strong character that is still nice and has many different layers. She is really one of my favorites. Number 2 on this list is General Kirigan. I know, how can I call the villain one of the most loved characters? But the Darkling is such an interesting and layered character that you have to end up liking him, or at least end up feeling that he is a character you love to hate. I know how bad he becomes, but right now he hasn't reached full darkness yet. So while I am sure he will eventually become the most hated character, for now I really like him. He is pretty charming when he wants to be. He is also so interesting and so well played that you kind of end up rooting for him just a little bit. But our number 1 favorite, it has to be Jesper. He stole our hearts when he refused to hurt animals, but that definitely is not his only appeal. He's just so awesome. He loves being entertained, and in return he keeps us entertained too. But he also has a serious side. He is a sharpshooter, and that means he is a great person to have on your side in a fight, as long as he doesn't get distracted along the way. He isn't the most reliable character, but he sure is lovable. He has quickly become one of the favorites among the fans. Many have even called for a spin-off where he is the main character. But for right now, I do think we need him to stay on Shadow and Bone. Let me know who your favorite characters of Shadow and Bone are in the comment section. Who did I get right and who did I get wrong? This show has a great set of characters, and I can't wait to see what happens to each of them in the next season. Thanks for watching!